everyone, we are back with another video about phylogenetic trees. This is going to be a helpful video if you're having a hard time with your monster project or you just need some help remembering what you're supposed to do. But this will also be a good video for anybody who may not have been having trouble with the monster project, but wants to see how it ties back to biology. So we are going to look at a different phylogenetic tree that is structured very similarly, and we are going to build it out by adding the organisms. So I already have my phylogenetic tree. I already have my traits written out. So the traits that we have on our tree are multicellular, eukaryotic, photosynthetic, and drought resistant. So first up, my trait that comes up first, all the way in the past, is eukaryotic. So what is eukaryotic? Oops. So if we hear eukaryotic, that means that an organism is made up of cells that have a nucleus. So any multicellular organism like us, we are eukaryotic. A way that you can remember this is you are eukaryotic. It's kind of like a trick that you can use to remember that. The opposite of eukaryotic, this is a little bit different, but the opposite is prokaryotic. And we see that with things like bacteria. Okay, let's go ahead and move that a little bit. Okay, so we have eukaryotic. I am looking ahead and I see that the next trait on my phylogenetic tree is multicellular. So that tells me that this first species has to be not only eukaryotic, but also single-celled or unicellular. So an example that we've looked at a lot, but not in a while, is yeast. So I'm just going to draw a couple mitochondria, definitely my nucleus. Okay, or I shouldn't use an arrow because that's showing an input. But this is a yeast cell, which fits both eukaryotic because it has a nucleus and single-celled. Okay, next up we have eukaryotic and multicellular. So multicellular, you guys know, just means more than one cell. So what should we draw for multicellular? All right, I added a mushroom. It is also a fungus like the yeast, but it is multicellular. It's made up of more than one cell. Next up, we have photosynthetic. So we haven't learned about this yet, but photosynthetic just means that the organism is able to use sunlight and convert it into energy for itself. So for photosynthetic, I drew a flower because they are able to convert the energy from the sun into glucose, which they are then able to use in cellular respiration to make ATP or energy for themselves. Okay, last up we have drought resistant. So what is drought resistant? When I hear drought, I'm thinking dry. So the trait of being drought resistant would be to be able to survive without a lot of water. So species that are eukaryotic, multicellular, and photosynthetic and drought resistant, I'm thinking about plants that are able to live in dry conditions. So what type of plants does that make me think of? So both a cactus and a succulent are drought resistant. They don't need a lot of water. If you've ever had one of those in your house, then you know that you don't need to water them very much. That's why they make pretty easy houseplants. Okay, so hopefully this was a helpful way to visualize sort of the process that you can use to work on your monster project, um, if that is something that you're needing support with. Remember that those are going to be due by Friday at the latest. So if you have any questions that aren't answered in this video, make sure you get to office hours, either Wednesday after school or Thursday in the morning. Email us with any other questions. And yeah, hope you guys like this video. Okay, bye.